ever win a gold medal? If yes, maybe you already know what's on my mind. If not, then you need to know what I have to say. Curious? Just stay tuned. Look at the gold medal that you won on your last sports day. Scratch it and you will be surprised to find that it is not solid gold. It is, in fact, plated with a thin layer of gold over some relatively inexpensive material like copper or steel. This process of coating a layer of one metal over another is called electroplating. Let us study the chemistry of electroplating in detail. The sample that we shall electroplate here is an ion chain. Let's begin with the first step, that is, pre-treatment of the sample. For this, the ion chain is dipped in a mild acidic solution like HCl to remove any oxide scales from the metal surface. This process is followed by its subsequent treatment with organic solvents like tetrachloroethylene. This treatment removes the grease, oil and dirt from the surface of the metal. Finally, the ion chain is rinsed with distilled water to rinse off any extra acid or solvent that would have deposited on it. This chain is now free from all debris and is ready for the second step, that is, treatment, where it will be actually electroplated with nickel. The chain is dipped in an aqueous solution of nickel sulfate called the electrolyte, kept in an electrolytic vessel. A battery supplies current to the entire setup. The chain is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. This means the ion chain to be electroplated acts as a cathode. Large slabs made up of nickel are also dipped into the electrolyte and connected to the positive terminal of the battery. These pure nickel slabs act as anode. Allow electric current to pass through the circuit. The electrons from the battery travel towards the cathode, which is the ion chain. The positively charged nickel ions in the solution get attracted towards the negative cathode. Here, a nickel ion accepts 2 electrons from the cathode and forms a nickel atom which gets deposited on the chain. Consequently, at the anode, a nickel atom loses 2 electrons and gets oxidized into a nickel ion which passes into the solution. The 2 electrons released from the nickel atom travel out through the anode. Thus, nickel ions from the electrolytic solution get continuously deposited on the ion chain, while an equivalent amount of nickel from the anode passes into the solution. The anode dissolves in the solution, and this keeps the concentration of the nickel sulfate in the solution unchanged. The chain thickens in size due to the deposition of pure nickel on it. This is how the ion chain gets electroplated with nickel. Let's summarize what we have learned here. We learned that the process of coating a layer of one metal over another is known as electroplating, in which we have taken an ion chain cathode connected with the positive terminal and nickel slab anode connected with the negative terminal of the battery and dipped them into the electrolyte of nickel sulfate, AQ. Consequently, the positively charged nickel ions in the solution get attracted towards the ion chain cathode by accepting 2 electrons and get deposited on the chain, that means thickens by pure nickel. Then the nickel slab anode started dissolving its nickel atom after losing 2 electrons to keep concentration of the nickel sulfate in the solution unchanged.